question. Say that I have never really thought about landing before, and I land upright, and I want to get better at landing because I care about my body in the long term. How do I get better at landing? What kind of workouts should I do? Because if you just tell me, yo, land in a squat, like I don't really necessarily know how to do that. So how do I get it good at landing? So first thing to think about is there's other ways to land than the squat, but understand that the squat is the posture that humans naturally use to sit down, right? To get to the ground, we sit into a squat. So in landing, right, we want to lower our center of gravity to the ground. I'm not going to get into physics too much. I'll assume if you're asking, I want to get better at landing, you've already thought about why a little bit. You want to get better. Let's assume that. So what should you do? Well, first thing you would think is that I'll say weighted squats, but rather than weighted squats are pointless if you don't have squat mobility, and a good chance if you're an upright lander you don't. If you spend most of your time sitting in chairs or standing, you probably don't have deep squat mobility, so you should squat stretch. Practice sitting on the ground, sitting in a squat for long periods of time. Stretch your legs when you're doing it. If you have tight spots, massage in there. Just get good at the sitting to the ground, and then from there you can add weight. But the very, very, very first thing is squat stretch. Do it every day. I consider myself very good at landing. The volume control here. I consider myself very good at landing because, or something that makes me much better at landing is I don't sit in chairs. I basically sit in a squat all day. So I'm good at lowering my center of gravity already. It's assumed that my body weight's plenty, right? But you can throw in weights. Second thing I'll say is having landing oriented exercises. Have You don't have to do this all the time. I don't even do it very often. I haven't done it in a while. That's not true. Yeah, but exercises that are not at all about jumping and all about landing. So beyond the squat, beyond the weighted squats, more specific here, drops. Walk onto something and drop off. Walk onto something, drop off. Do no jumps. This is important mentally to think so that landing deserves its own attention, right? Jumping is distracting because we want to jump higher and pay attention to the jump. Have workouts where you don't even jump. Do this a couple times. You do this once a week starting off, then go down to once a month. Yeah, and so don't do it all the time, but just get in the state of mind of every once in a while I'm gonna go do a workout to improve my landing, right? So you'll improve slowly over time that way. Um, Last thing is when you get on the court and mentally do it, right? A lot of you know to do mental rehearsal, and we've talked about that, how there's science and studies that show that if we visualize something and then we have a greater chance of succeeding. So visualize your movement to its conclusion. Visualize how you're going to dunk and visualize how you're going to land, because otherwise we forget in the air and then we haven't planned this far and I'm just going to land totally upright and that hurt, and I keep doing it over and over, and I don't know how to change. So, my recommendations in short: squat stretch, that's number one most important. Squats with weight is not even that important, but do it. Occasional squat drop exercises where you think about landing only and not jumping. And then when you're on the court, plan your movement all the way through, and that's it. That'll get you good at landing. If you think there's something I forgot, let me know in the comments. If you find this helpful or not helpful, let me know. Happy to continue this discussion going. Maybe get more videos on the subject later. So, thanks for the question.